Well, Hellfire, it is Rock the Riff, and I am diving back. I just messed up my whole shit. Welcome back to another Metalhead Envy, and I am diving back into some more Uicideboys. Finally knocking out Sarcophagus Part 3. I really did dig Part 1. The beat for that was really good. Part 2 was alright. But I'm excited to hear how Part 3 goes. And I dig the fact that I have got a few comments for some more Uicideboy suggestions. I think the top one was from V. Please react to my flaws burn through my skin like demonic flames from hell. And so that will probably be the next Uicideboys track I dive into, check out, and all that. But let's see what Sarcophagus Part 3 is about. Are we going to get some of our blip 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 blop blip blip blop shit, or what?
Here is a quick look at the use of guns in the last 24 hours. 3 police officers were shot and wounded in the space of an hour last night. A man was shot in broad daylight and subsequently seen limping away from the scene.
Yeah. I like that sub. What the hell is that sample saying? I don't know what the fuck that sample's saying. And then you got that wolf. Woo! Fucking going on. Oh, man. I would like to actually work in a studio setting sometime with some people that are on the pulse of like hip hop instrumentals and stuff. Just see the process. Because I know how I would do it, but I just don't think of like... I don't think of adding all the little extra little bits and pieces like that. To me, like, that's kind of too much going on because I can't, like, my brain is being distracted. I'm like, what the fuck is, what's the sample saying? And then I got that wolf or siren like thing going on.
Just stay blinded by the sight of blood just dripping down my eyes. Point, me a talk, shoot me a bitch to the clip, no clip. Heard that you tipping police and shit. Rap motherfuckers, I got love for. Internet thoughts talking all over the phone, bitch, I hate everybody. I here to make friends, shake, throwing on Twitter like we'll never meet again. See you in the flesh and get tone change up. Young Christ, I can never ever be touched. Scarecrow, stick talk, triggers I clutch. Hoes all around me want they could be touched. Ain't learned yet that I'd rather do drugs, ho.
Yeah. Alright, I dig that. I can get behind that bar. I do like that synth sample, whatever it is. It makes me think of from Mars, when Mars attacked. Or what the fuck is that called? It's an old movie. I mean, I think it's been remade, but the one I'm talking about is the Tim Burton one. Where all the little aliens are, yeah. Those motherfuckers. Yeah. Because it sounds like a theremin. Like the actual instrument that makes me think of is a theremin, which is like an air instrument, which is something I hope to have in this fucking studio at some point. I want to play a theremin so bad, but I have yet to ever physically see one. I mean, I don't really, where I live and everything, there's not a lot of cool actual music shops to go check stuff out physically. I'd have to just go ahead and order one, and I don't know nothing about what makes a bad theremin or a good theremin. But I like that sample that's going on within this. I like the cadence of this bar. I like the character inflection and stuff into it, like... He was low, and they did and never, yeah. And I got into it as the bar kept going.
Murder on my mind, suicide all the time. To just stay blinded by the sight of blood just dripping down my eyes. Point, me a talk, shoot me a bitch to the clip, no clip. Heard that you tipping police and shit. Rap motherfuckers, I got love for. Internet thoughts talking all over the phone, bitch. I hate everybody. I here to make friends shake. Throwing on Twitter like we'll never meet again. See you in the flesh and get tone change up. Young Christ, I can never ever be touched. Scarecrow, stick talk, triggers I clutch. Hoes all around me want they could be touched. Ain't learned yet that I'd rather do drugs. Ho.
Now, I'd have to go through that a couple more times to catch everything that's being said, but I like the cadence once again because the like getting into the character and all that. I think that's what sells me. Like, I think the last hip hop track song I checked out was Large Professor. I just want to chill. And it's definitely a different vibe from this, but it's like hip hop that always catches my ears and actually piques my interest is when I can tell the MC or the rapper, whatever the actual name for it is nowadays, has a little bit of character in their vocals and stuff like that. And I have to give it to the boys because they've got fucking characters in Strove. Some don't always work out the best. It cracks me up. I got a lot of comments. I'd already done their song, I Don't Want to Believe. I think that's the name of it. Or I Want to Believe. And they were like, well, you're a metalhead. You're automatically going to like the screaming. And I mean, that is a safe argument most of the time. Because I do like harsh vocals. But part of it is I listen to a lot of bands that do a harsh vocals. So I can tell when certain people, to my ears, just don't have it. And I'm sorry, but that song, I Want to Believe, the screaming, I can't remember who does it, Ruby or Scream, but the screaming's just not that good. To me, it's more of a, I don't know. I hear a lot of vocalists that do screaming vocals, and you could tell that they have took the time to practice their chops. But then you hear some screamers that, to me, just sound like they're almost trying to, like, break their vocal cords to do it. And their pitch is weird. I don't know. It's like, take, for example, I'm wearing this hoodie. This band, Shadow of Intent. If you've never dived into their music, they are sick, nasty. They've got, I don't know how many albums now, so I think they got 4 full albums and a couple singles here and there. But their vocalist, I think his name is Ben Dewar. That son of a bitch, you could tell that he has like worked on his harsh vocals. Because that shit is intense. And the guy can scream, and it's even to the like, it's just really good. That, I guess, basically, to me, that would be my, like, one of my examples of what I think actual harsh vocals that are good are. If that makes any sense. But I don't know if Ben Dewar could spit a bar or have the kind of cadence that the Uicideboys do. I think, I guess different strokes for different folks, but the boys, to me, they have bars, man. They have the ability to really work a word. I had somebody explain it to me one time about how really good MCs can take a word and, I guess, fuck with the syllables in the word to actually make it sound like it wraps around with the phrases and stuff like that. They used Eminem as an example, and I can't remember exactly how they broke it down, but hearing them, I was like, oh shit, damn, that's kind of right. Talking about like trying to wrap a word with orange or some shit like that. But back to my original point. I know I'm on a tangent right now, and I'm sorry. I think I like all the characters that both Ruby and Scream do within their music. The only character I kind of don't like is when they do the screaming stuff. But that's just my opinion. Let's see what's going on with this second bar. that meant to be a wolf or a siren? Like, prime example, that to me was a bit of a character. I don't know which one that was, but it was like kind of putting on a bit of a Jamaican accent. Beacon. Like, I don't know. Y'all have to let me know in the comments what would be the actual right word to use besides character. Because that's all I can think about. It's like, if I do a game on my channel, if I'm doing a playthrough of a game on my channel and there's not actually a voice actor for the dialogue, sometimes when I read the dialogue, I try to like do an accent or a character. I put myself into a character. I'm going to say that word about 50 million times in this fucking video. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I treat it. And it's the same for the boys here. But I mean, it's just cool. I think it's what helps Uicideboy stick out compared to a lot of other modern hip-hop acts that I've heard recently. So I like the timing of this. So I guess that's Ruby. I think that's what I heard him say, Ruby. But I like this whole young day. Oh fuck. I'd love to. This is definitely one of the acts that I swear if I was in the studio working with them, I would have such a fucking good time. I don't know if the boys would actually get mad at me for laughing at some of the shit they do. I don't mean it in like an ill way at all. It's just so like, I don't know. It's so shocking and surprising. And I tend to like when something like really catches me off guard and impresses me. I don't know why. It's like a defense mechanism. I start laughing about certain little things. But it's still good. It's still really good, man. I like this whole second bar a lot. I don't know what the fuck he said in half that bar. That shit was lost. But I like the cadence. I like the character. I really like this instrumentation a lot too. It's a lot going on, but the spookiness of it. I like the spookiness of the vibe. I guess it's got a spooky vibe. And I dig that. It's hard to beat that sub bass. Like I know in a car with some I know I'm in my car with some big ass fucking sub speakers. fucking car bump, man. Like, it makes me wonder what this song would sound like. I've seen a couple videos of people that like literally set their vehicles up to have like this massive bass sound, to the point that they'll have the camera in the car, and once the bass kicks, like it vibrates so bad you can barely fucking, everything looks like it's like moving real crazy. I wonder how Uicideboy songs do in a situation like that, because their bass is always fucking killer in their songs. But now we have done all three parts of Sarcophagus. I gotta say, I still think part one is my favorite. I like the beat a lot. The bars ain't bad. Really, if I took the bars, all three of these bars, and put them on the part one, I think that'd be the best one. This one has my favorite, like, cadence and timing of what they're doing and everything. I like the instrumental a lot. I think there's one extra sound just going on that kind of distracts me. And it's I think it's a wolf or a dog howling or whatever. That whole, like, I'd have cut that off after the first 30 seconds. Because you already got that other high-pitched theremin sounding thing going as well. The whatever. I can't even imitate it. But to me, that's the only thing I would fuck with in this track. The bars are cool. I'll definitely have to go back through a couple more times to try to catch everything. I think I got to give it to the second one, though. I like the once again, I like the character of the second bar a lot. Especially the first half of it. I don't know about that one line, though. It sounds like he says, pull up with a motherfucking gangbang, boy. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what that. I don't know about that. But I like the first half of this bar. Like, that fucking, that timing. But the first one's good, too. I like the whole building up.
Murder on my mind, suicide all the time, but just stay blinded by the sight of blood just dripping down my eyes. Point, me a talk, shoot me a bitch to the clip, go clip. Heard that you tipping police and shit. Rap motherfuckers, I got love for. Internet thoughts talking all over the phone, bitch, I hate everybody, I here to make friends.
Yeah, like, I'll never get past Uicideboy's timing, man. I know, I'm not saying that they originated this whole, like, chop of cadence time and stuff, but they do it really well. Sound like he's about crying a little bit right there, though.
Sight of blood just dripping down my eyes. Point, me a talk, shoot me a bitch to the clip, go clip. Heard that you tipping police and shit.
Shoot me a little bit. Like, it's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. I feel like I talked a little shit on this one, and I hope people don't take this as me disliking. It's just, how did somebody else put it one time to me? It's like, I'm a critical thinker. Especially when I find stuff that I'm actually really into, I get into it. Almost a bit obsessive, like, where I start breaking down little bitty things. And that's the only thing I could say about this one. I think there's a little too much sample work going on, but it's not bad. It's not like they don't work. It's not like it ain't a killer track. And in a different setting. Like, these headphones are really good. The bass is really killer in these headphones. But I definitely think in a fucking club or a car situation where there's actually some real fucking subwoofers, this song would fucking just boom. And I mean, you get into it hardcore. And it's not a bad length for Suicide Boys. I still think it's short. Under 3 minutes to me is short. I'm more into 5 minute to 8 minute tracks. And that's just personal preference. It's personal taste. Everything I say in my videos and stuff that I do on here is personal taste. So I definitely would give all of Sarcophagus, because I'm going to treat it as one long song. I definitely would give them 8 out of 10 horns. The instrumentation's good. The mix, the master is really good. I think it was part 2 that one of the bars kind of sounded a little funny, master wise or volume wise. But all 3 parts were really cool. I do think Suicide Boys and Ramirez do really good shit together. I think, like in the last video I did of theirs, I talked about, I think it's actually called Gray Magic or Gray something. That's still one of my favorite Suicide Boys songs. I thought that one was fucking killer. It's probably, I think it's the first actual Suicide Boys song I ever heard. And it was a killer track. But I have had a lot of fun checking out Suicide Boys here on the channel. And the community fan base has been pretty cool so far. I did have, in some of my earlier videos I did of them, I did have some people tell me that, yo, man, their fan base come shoot you. You keep talking shit about it. And I think people, I don't know. I'm honest. And so even the pros and the cons of everything I do, every reaction review I do of every song I check out here on the channel, man, I weigh the pros and cons. Like, and that's just me. I can't help that. I can't change that. I do that in life. I've had, hell, my ex-girlfriend fucking hate it. Like, when she would try to explain something to me and be like, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I'm like, well, what's the pros and cons of that and this? Like, she would almost, she's like, I knew he's going to say that. Like, she'd get mad because that's just how I do everything. I look at all the stuff I can. And I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the world, but I'm not the dumbest motherfucker in the world either. And so, music, I love it, man. I love checking out music. I love seeing new music. I love writing new music. My own band, I'm always trying to do cool shit with it as well. And that was pretty cool. I'm excited to check out My Flaws Burn Through My Skin Like Demonic Flames from Hell. I like that track title already. But if this ends up being your first time to my channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I didn't mean to go on a rant as long as I did in certain sections, but hopefully if you stuck around here at the end, you enjoyed my thoughts and stuff. Please leave me some comments. Let me know what y'all think. Give me some more song suggestions. It could be some more Suicide Boys, or it could be a totally different band. I'm always trying to increase my music palette across the world and draw influence from as much music as I can while I'm still here. But with all that being said, stay positive, stay rocking, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.